Oh, we're here at the J.Namnoun Oriental Rug Gallery at the Hartford Design Center. You know, we've got the great gallery that's been over on Weston Street for quite a few years, back 20 years or so now. And of course, now that there seems to be a lot more designers in the area that we're looking for, let's just say, kind of a little bit more of a special treatment, more of a one-on-one treatment with designers. So the Hartford Design Center came along, and the J.Namnoun Oriental Rug Gallery thought it was a perfect match. So we're here today to actually introduce you to two very special people. Greg? Greg?
No.
And Marianne, right?
No.
You're not Greg and Marianne?
There is Dad.
Is that Greg?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Hey, how you
okay,
doing?
guys, go ahead and play.
How you doing, Jack?
All right.
How's it going?
Good seeing you. How
Good
are
seeing
you?
you too, Steve. I've been good.
Greg,
Been
it's
very
kind of
well.
like you got daycare here
Yeah,
now. The new J.Namnoun Oriental Rug Gallery daycare center.
It absolutely seems like that on a lot of days.
Oh, my gosh.
We got a lot of kids running around.
Now,
so.
tell us a little bit about how you and Marianne decided to work with the designers here at the Design Center. How did all this come together?
Sure. Well, what it is in the Design Center, we do a lot of custom work. So obviously, being a designer, they bring in a lot of fabrics. And wasn't always finding the right rug for the right fabric, so we decided, hey, let's just make our own. And so we've been doing that, been very successful.
So you can custom design rugs here
we
to go along with the fabrics?
We can. We've got a various selection of palms and colors and designs that they could choose from, or they can make their own, which we've certainly done.
So you could come in with a fabric just like that and say, I'd like a rug that will match that.
Exactly.
And you can do that. It takes a period of time, and it's
Couple
kind
of
of
months, yeah.
one of a kind, special order type of thing.
Exactly, and customers have really loved that. They're no longer limited to the typical Oriental. In here, they can kind of get it something a little bit different, or add a little of their own flavor into the carpet.
So designers, of course, designers are very, very. They run a tight clock. They're always,
yeah.
Time management is a big thing. Trying to see all of the customers.
Certainly are. So a lot of times, what they'll do is they'll drop off some fabrics, and we'll pick out a couple of rugs that we think go with this, and they'll come back with their clients actually, and they'll have 5 rugs on the floor, and then they can just spend the day fabric matching.
So you kind of go from, if it's not here, then you could also find it back at Weston Street?
Or another location. We have really unlimited supply.
You know, it's really neat. There's so many times where you want to put certain designs together. But how cool is it when you can actually put certain designers together? How one designer can actually complement another designer and come together and work as one great team. And right here at the J.Namnoun Oriental Rug Gallery in the Hartford Design Center, we've got a team just like that. And this is Corrine Hoy and Andy Huber. Andy, how are you?
Hi, Steve. How are you?
Nice to see you. So tell us a little bit about what's going on in here today, if you can. I see you guys flipping a lot of rugs.
We are. We're flipping through some rugs. We have some of our clients' favorite fabrics with us. And we are flipping through rugs to isolate some that will work out great for their room. And then we're going to have the clients come down and look at the rugs as well and isolate it further from there.
Now you've had an opportunity, both of you, to work with Greg and Marianne here. Tell us a little bit about what it's like working with Greg when Marianne's not around. We're trying to give people an idea.
Greg's wonderful.
Really?
We've been working with Greg for years. Yeah, he's very helpful. He knows his rugs very well. He steers us in great directions. Brings up some things that we hadn't thought of before. So he's wonderful.
You have some young consultants you've brought with you today.
Very young,
to
yes.
actually trying out the fabric of the rugs.
Daycare fell through, so we were able to bring the kids over to the rug gallery, and they've helped us pick out some really good rugs. So.
Are there things that are more popular now than they may have been a couple of years ago? I mean, here we are in the 21st century. How are tastes changing? The things that you're seeing when you meet with your clients?
I would say people want to live in every room nowadays. The days of sort of like the taped off living room are over. So rugs that are comfortable, elegant, and work well in almost every situation are more popular.
Now, Andy, what about the aspect that you can actually design rugs here? You can come in with a fabric and they can actually put something together.
Right. Well, the modern rugs are terrific. That's one of the best things about the design center and working with Namnoun here is that it's an infinite variety, and you can create any design. When you're talking about traveling, one of the homes we've recently done is for some real cowboys who wanted a horseshoe shape, and a horseshoe rug could do it. It's great. It's terrific.
Okay, so now once you pick out the right rugs, what do? Just pack them up and bring them to the client's house? Or
That's the great thing about working with Greg and Marianne. Greg packs the rugs up and takes them out to the house, and we usually have about a selection of 3 or 4 of them to look for, and that's a great service they provide.
So actually, no matter what you're really looking for, you come here, or have your designer come here, pick out a few different rugs, bring them back to your house. It's really, really convenient. This is Hoy and Huber, brand new design team that's come together here in the greater Hartford area. I'm sure they'd love to talk to you, and you can always contact them right through the gallery.